This is the default Minecraft deep slate texture. And this is the deep slate texture after I had finished 3 hours of work. And in this video, I'm going to show you the entire process I used to make this texture from scratch. So to start off, I opened my diamond ore texture. Wait, what? Yep, because I'll need to make all of the deep slate ore textures. So if I start from my diamond ore texture that I already have, that serves as a good basis. I just need to replace the stone. So to get started, I took the stone texture and started adjusting the color to try and get something that I thought resembled deep slate. Then I tried playing around with different sloped fractal noise patterns to try and get something that looked cool, but ultimately this wasn't tickling my fancy. My idea for deep slate was that it is so far underground, it's under so much pressure, that similar to tectonic plates, it's like all this pressure forces these ridges to come up, and that meant that I was going to have to abandon the sloped fractal noise and try something different. And believe it or not, I thought the smoke pattern actually was a pretty good candidate. And of course, I had to play around with the seed to find a pattern that I thought was cool. Now we can connect that smoke noise to the correct node so that we can see the texture update. Yuck, that looks kinda boring. So to try and make it look better, I'm going to play around with a few nodes, add a warp here, add a texture there, mine for some diamonds, find none, get disappointed, add one too many blend nodes, and that is starting to resemble the deep slate that I imagine. However, we still don't have a roughness map, and I need to add a lot more fine details to make sure the texture looks good for people that are playing without shaders. I play with shaders, and this preview I have here is what it looks like with shaders. If people don't want to use shaders, I need to make sure the texture looks good for them too. So I got a bit more work to do yet. So let's go ahead and add a roughness map. A roughness map tells Minecraft which parts of the block are smooth and which are rough. That way it knows whether to reflect or whether to scatter light. I think that looks pretty good. Now all that's left is to add some baked lighting so that the 2D version of the texture looks good for people without shaders. I think that looks pretty good. I probably could have pushed it a little bit further, but I didn't want to push it too far and detract from the shaded version. Then all that was left to do was spend way too long playing around with curves and brightness values to try and get it to look perfect. Anyway, here is the final texture, and here you can see it in-game with shaders enabled. And that is how I made this 2048 by 2048 Minecraft deep slate texture.